Hello everyone, welcome to the English Project Research. I'm Mohammed Harris from the American International School. I'll be talking about COVID-19 in general. Hope you all enjoy it and learn from it. The virus is a group of infections, nanoparticles, about 1% of the size of a bacterial cell. It consists of a genetic material coated with a protein covering. Viruses have no devices to generate energy or reproduce and produce proteins. Depending on the type of virus, it causes many diseases for humans, animals, and plants. Some people ask about how the person gets infected by a virus. Well, the virus cannot enter the human body as easily as some people think. I will explain that with 3 main points. So let's start with the point 1. The journey of the virus begins when it infiltrates through the nose and the throat. Then the virus will search for a receptor in the body, and each type of virus has its own receptor. Usually those receptors are on the surface of the cells. Point number 2. The receptor will host the virus. Then the virus will inject its DNA into the cell and binds to it. Point number 3. The host cell will begin to reproduce invisibly during the incubation period, during which the body of the organism tries to resist it. If the resistance fails, the symptoms of the virus will appear in the human. COVID-19 is a member of coronavirus family, which includes the viruses responsible for SARS and MERS infections. Each version is a sphere of protein protecting a ball of RNA. Each version of the coronavirus family is covered by a spiky protrusions, which are in turn enveloped in a layer of fat. Because of this layer of fat, soap does a good job with destroying the virus. Theory number 1 claims that COVID-19 is a zoonotic disease. It jumped from another species to a human host. This probably happened in late 2019 in Wuhan, China. Also, scientists believe that bats are the main reservoir. Theory number 2. In USA, they gave a credence to the idea that the intelligence service suggested, which claimed that the virus has escaped from a lab in Wuhan. But the scientific consensus rejected the idea that the virus had been engineered, because the genetic data irrefutably shows that COVID-19 is not derived from any previously used virus backbone, but they suggest that the virus emerged naturally and became strength through nature selection. COVID-19 starts the incubation by attaching the protein spikes to a protein on the surface of cells called ACE2. This ACE2 plays a role in regulating blood pressure. But when the coronavirus binds to it, it sets off a chemical changes that effectively fuse the membranes around the cell and the virus together, allowing the virus RNA to enter the cell. The virus then hijacks the host cell protein-making machinery to translate its RNA into new copies of the virus. In just an hour, a signal cell can be forced to produce tens of thousands of new versions, which then infect other healthy cells. COVID-19 symptoms are similar to flu, but there are serious symptoms like difficulty with breathing or shortness of breath and a chest pain, as well as a very high fever. People who are severely obese and people with weak immunity are more likely to get infected, but people with chronic lung diseases and people who suffer from serious heart disease are more likely to die from COVID-19. Experts confirmed that the doctors in the intensive care room treat the patient of corona separately and give them antibiotics, drugs to reduce heat, cough, and runny nose, according to the situation of each of them and the nature of other diseases he suffers from, as well as the extent of his immunity. Charles De La Cruz, Associate Professor of Lung Medicine at Yale University School of Medicine, explained that Chinese doctors in the intensive rooms used all medications available to treat influenza and respiration diseases, as it helped to cure corona patients. World Health Organization has given simple precautions like to clean your hands with an alcohol or wash them with soap, as well as to maintain at least 1 meter distance between yourself and others, and avoid going to crowded places and avoid touching your eyes, nose and mouth. First of all, you will need to call your local health authority to get emergency medical care and stay in touch with your doctor, as well as you will have to stay at home to prevent the spread of COVID-19. This is the end of the video. For any question or suggestion, please leave a comment, and thank you for watching. Stay at home, stay safe, stay healthy.